Thanks for joining me again here on Back Alley Bonsai. Today I'm going to be working on my clump-style Portulacaria afra. I took this as a cutting a couple of years ago, and last year I put this into a training pot and gave it an initial styling, and it has grown like crazy. These tropical, subtropical, and Mediterranean plants really do well here in Los Angeles. It's sunny, it's warm, it's generally pretty dry. As long as I can keep the water in them, they do pretty good, and these Portulacaria afras do really well in the kind of like low humidity environment that we have here. And it looks really good, but it definitely needs itself a haircut. So let's get going. At this point, this whole thing just looks like a jungle unto itself. So I'm just going to start by clipping off the tops of these things and just doing a really rough pruning just to get it back into shape and get a better idea of what I was doing with this thing, because I don't even really remember. You know, it's got some really robust growth, which I don't really need. It's a shame to take it off, but that is the name of the game. Very long branches on it. Gotta give it the old hedge clipper cut here real quick. Okay, so now we can kind of see what we're doing in here. And it looks like this thing is actually flopped over a bit. I don't remember it being quite so far that way when I originally potted it. I think it was a little bit more like this. But it looks like it just got so heavy it just pulled itself to the side. That's okay. Definitely got a lot of crisscrossing branches. You can see this up here. We got this one coming across another one. So let's start pulling some stuff out. This tall one here is coming off of my my lower side branch on it. But I don't really want that at all. So I'm actually just going to take that off completely and just open that up on the inside. Boy, I don't even remember if I had a front on this thing or not. I think it was kind of like that, as I recall. Okay. I think that's it. I'm going to call that my front for now that I'm working from, and we'll see what happens. What other things we got going on? I definitely do not need or want. We got another really strong shoot just coming out the top right here, but it's got some side shoots off of it, like this one right here, and there's another one behind it. So I'm going to take that back to there. And then we'll let this one probably take over. I actually don't even need that one to take over. There's two right above it. So I'm actually going to take that one off completely. And we'll let these two right here do the job instead. The next one I want to look at is this big tall one. This looks okay, but it's really hard to follow this trunk line up because it's got a branch out here and a branch out there. So I'm going to take that one off and that one. And a couple more branches coming out behind it. So I'm going to take this actually off to there. And I'm going to take that off too. A little side branch there, so we'll let that grow. So hopefully we'll get some more action out of this as it moves upwards. I'm going to leave this for now, and we'll see what it does. I'll take this one out. It's just kind of growing into the inside. right here at this point, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 branches all growing out of it. And this one's just long and tall and straight. I kind of want it. Like I want these two, this branch and this branch, to be the main features off of here. But this is just too long, so I'm just going to take that back to there. And then behind it, like I said, there's another branch that's growing out of the pretty much the exact same junction. It's right here. I'm not going to take it off completely. I want to take it, it's okay. So I'll take it off to there. And then we'll cut the growing tip of it back a bit. It is sort of disappearing behind the back of the structure. I guess the question is, do I need this branch that's growing inside or this branch that's growing inside? I think well, I'll just cut it back. We'll take a look at it when I'm further along here. This is probably a little bit too long and straight as it is, so I'm going to take that off to there. I've got these two branches which are coming out. I'm just going to cut them back to a couple of internodes. This one's kind of a uppy downy internode. Probably wasn't the best one to cut to. I should have cut to one that was growing out this way instead of this way. I've got this one which seems to be doing that instead, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut to this pair of leaves because they will grow out this direction instead of this direction, horizontally instead of vertically. All right. Now we'll take a look at this branch here. Turn that one back a little bit. This one's starting to grow a little bit upwards, and I kind of want that at this stage. I'll cut the growing tip off. And then we got another lower branch here. I'll start off by just trimming it back. I think I want it. This one's growing a little downward. I'm going to take that off. And now we need to do something about my big old back branch, which if I'm not careful will just take over everything. The first thing that I'm going to get rid of is this long, tall, straight one right here. It's got a branch that's coming off to the side here, another one that's going off over there. It is gone, and this gets us a little bit more movement. I'm going to trim this one here back to there, so these two leaves are facing horizontally. But this one that's just growing on the inside, I'm going to take it out completely. Let that open up a bit more. I've got this one that's coming across right here. I kind of like it. Maybe I can get a bit of a pad out of it in the future. So I'm going to leave it. It's got a one coming out of its armpit right here, though. I'm going to take that out. Take this one out of the inside. So we get some more energy on this one that's growing outwards. I'm going to follow this one up, and it splits right here, but then just grows back in towards another branch. It's actually kind of a long straight one that just grew this year. So I'm going to take that one off. Try and keep this one. In fact, actually, I'll take it all the way back. This one here to right there. So hopefully I can get some growth here and here. Get this to grow up a little bit higher. I don't really have any specific plan for this particular plant at this stage. I'll take this one back, that's too long. This is really congested back here. I'll take this out. Too many branches. Take this back to here. There's a little branch back here that's coming out and over and circling back towards itself. So I'm going to take that out. Actually, I'm just going to cut it back a bit. See if I can get it to start forming a bit of a pad right there. I got two branches in close proximity to each other right here, sort of fighting with this one. I'm going to take this one out and let that open up. Now I got this one here. This is also just way too long and straight. So I'll start by just taking all of that off of there. And I want to take this back to there. There's another little branch back here. I don't think I really need. Now the whole thing's looking really heavy to the right. And there's just a bunch of action here in the back. It's a real mess. And this branch is really long and straight. And then this is just a congested mess. So yeah, I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna get rid of this. A little inside branch there. A lot of inside growth. Get rid of that upward growth right there. I think I'm actually just going to take that all the way back to there. Well, there you go, everybody. That is the December prune up of my clump-style Portulacaria afra. Not exactly a dramatic pruning, but a lot of this stuff is just maintenance and getting it ready to grow for the next year. If you want to see more of this kind of content for Back Alley Bonsai, why don't you consider subscribing? If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It really helps me out. And as always, have yourselves a wonderful day.